What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Excuse me. Now, before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close, and we're now on the road to 500 subs. Excuse me. Who knows? Maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the summer. Only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Excuse me. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed, the possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of this set. But it wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a collector's rare, because I also pulled this. Freshly pulled out of my Genesis Impact box opening that I did last year is a collector's rare B Cup from the Underworld. This thing is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. The centering on the back is a bit off from top to bottom, as you guys can probably tell. Excuse me. But with that being said, I have thoughts of getting this graded, but I never came up with a good opportunity to do so. But with that being said, if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. Deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 80% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys aren't even subscribed. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. Smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: which card do you guys believe will be the Quarter Century Secret Rare reprint in Legacy of Destruction? Let me know down in the comments below. And since we're on the topic of Legacy of Destruction, today's video we have another 6 new cards that I will be talking about in today's video that will be in Legacy of Destruction. And this first one, I'm gonna be honest, I was under the impression that it was gonna be part of the Dark Magician archetype, but unfortunately it is not. So our hopes have been shattered. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. Kicking these things off is the aforementioned first card I talked about. It is known as Nightmare Apprentice, which excuse me, which is a 6-star Dark Illusion with 2,000 attack, 1,700 defense. It's about the same stats as Apprentice Illusion Magician, but with this one, it has 3 effects. And the first effect reads, you can special summon this card from your hand by discarding one card. Sort of like the effects of Apprentice Illusion Magician, sort of. The second effect reads, if this card is normal or special summon, you can add one illusion monster from your deck to your hand except this card. Third effect reads, if this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by that battle. So not only do you have a Cyber Dragon, but you also have a Rhoda, and also you have built-in protection for this card alone. So that's not bad. It's as I said countless times over the years. If there's ever a card that has a Cyber Dragon or a Rhoda effect, you know damn well it's gonna be a pretty decent card. This is no different, because this has literally the stats of Apprentice Illusion Magician, but with the third effect, it acts as a hand trap, which is the only difference between the two. But what's cool about this card is that you can literally just pitch a random card from your hand, special summon it, activate its effect, search out any illusion monster, which could literally be just about anything at this point, and then just combo and then just combo off into your board. That could, depending on what your opening hand looks like, it could be IP Masquerena plus, I don't know, like maybe Borlo Savage Dragon, or plus Bet On, maybe. I mean, that's a pretty decent board. And then if you have another monster on board, you can link it plus the IP into and another monster into potentially Unchained Abomination, which that card is just a house. All it does is it lets you pop cards on your opponent's board, no questions asked, and you can do that 3 times. So think about that, guys. That's pretty crazy. But next up, we have, if I can scroll down a little bit, we have Decnologue Valdrath. I'm literally like butchering the name. But it's a rank 10 Dark Worm Exceeds with 3,000 attack and defense, and it requires 2 or more level 10 monsters. So this card is a bit too conditional, but if you're able to make it, then by all means go for it. And all three of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads, when your opponent activates a card or effect, excuse me, as a quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, negate the activation, then you can detach one more material from this card, then destroy a card on the field. Second effect reads, at the start of the damage step, if this card with material attacks, you can destroy 1 card on the field. Third effect reads, if this Exceed Summon card is destroyed, you can destroy 1 card on the field. So not only do you have a Solemn Judgment, but you also have 2 board pops right off the bat, which that's actually pretty insane, because if you're able to somehow bait out your opponent's, like, let's say Bet On, and then let's say their IP Masquerade, not their IP, no, their, let's say Appaloosa, let's say that. Not only would you be able to pop Bet On, but you can also pop as well their Appaloosa, which literally takes away two of their heavy hitters, and the only thing that they do is just scoop at that point, which is not too bad. The only downside with this card is that it is a bit too conditional, but I think the only way you could run this card completely is if you were running it in Malefic and like what's another good one? Trains maybe? Because I know that there are some train monsters in the archetype that are level 10. So I mean, again, it's a bit too conditional as far as I could see it, but if you're able to make it, I say go for it. I say go for it because this thing's a fucking house. Literally, you have a Solemn Judgment with 2 boar pops. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And not only that, not only that, you can even also turn this card into a Zeus. Literally a 6 material Zeus. So that's actually pretty crazy if you ask me. But next up we have, if I can go down, if I can scroll, thank you. Things not letting me scroll. Thank you. Next up we have Kiklos, the Circular Fairy. Yeah, it literally looks like Toad if he got buffed. Literally. Anyway, it is a 4-star wind plant tuner with 1,000 attack, 1,800 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads: if this card is normal or special summon, you can discard 1 card, add 1 insect or plant tuner from your deck to your hand, except this card. Second effect reads: if an insect and or plant synchro is special summoned while this card is in your grave, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. Funny enough, it's a 4-star, so you can easily use it plus another 4-star, go into a Time Thief Redoer, and you're pretty much just off to the races from there. So funny enough, and ironically enough, Black Rose and Trap Tricks are like the two biggest names that this card can be used in, which is pretty insane. So not only do you have a Rhoda, but you also have a Monster Reborn for itself, but it has to be banished once it leaves the field. And what do I say? Every time there's an effect that has the text, but banish it when it leaves the field, how do you bypass it? You use the monster as Xyz material. You don't do anything else with it. Plain simple. Plain and simple. Not much else to say about that. But again, Black Rose, Trap Tricks, and there was another one as well that can use it. I can't think of it. Oh my god, Naturia. Naturia is the other deck that can run that card. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to say the very least. But next up, we have Dino Vader Docus. Which is a 6-star Earth Dino. Excuse me. with 1500 attack, 2200 defense, and it says that you can only special summon this card once per turn, and the second effect is a once per turn. The first effect reads: if you control 2 or more dinos, you can special summon this card from your hand. Cyber Dragon. Second effect reads: you can tribute 1 level 4 or lower monster, special summon 1 dino from your deck that is 2 levels higher or lower than the tributed monster, but destroyed during the end phase. Funny enough, you can actually go into a rank 6 with this effect alone. So this card can actually help make Jinzo layered. Funny enough, because Jinzo layered is just a house. I know some people think that it's not, but truth be told, it kind of is. And I even still have that card. Give me a second. I actually still have it in my binders. Here it is. My little extra deck binder that is packed to the max. Here we are, Jinzo layered. Here it is. So I'm gonna set this over here. Take it out of the nice but very old sleeve. So here is Jinzo layered, which was actually a promo for the Dragons of Legend the complete series set. Anyway, let's see what it says. You can detach 1 material from this card, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, take control of it until the end phase, but it cannot activate its effects or declare an attack. If a trap is on the field, you can tribute a monster, and if you do, destroy 1 face-up card on the field. Can only use each effect once per turn. So funny enough, you have a Snatch Steal with this card, plus a board pop. So so literally Dino Vader can summon this card, which is pretty crazy. Especially if you have if you do have level 6s in deck. That's pretty crazy. That's actually pretty crazy. Another card that they can also go into is number 24, Dragulus the Vampiric Dragon, which is a pretty cool one. There's also number 21, Frozen Lady Justice, but the problem is that you can also use a rank 5 Xyz monster to summon this card, which is still pretty cool. Yeah, so there aren't really a whole lot of rank 6s that you can go into with that card, but overall it's still a pretty decent card. And it's, as I said, you have a Rhoda effect as well as you have not Rhoda, no, a Cyber Dragon. Essentially, so this card is essentially Cyber Dragon for dinos, which is pretty cool. Which is pretty damn cool if you ask me. Obviously, dinos nowadays aren't going to be as powerful as we had hoped. Because I know that with the first remote duel tournament that we had what dinos took completely dominated the meta. So it's going to be interesting to see how that card's going to be in today's meta. But now we have a brand new field spell, and I'm telling you guys right now, looking at the effects, this might just be like one of the craziest field spells I've ever seen. So get this, get the name of the field spell. The name of the field spell is Where There's a Will, There's a Way Out. I am not kidding. That is the name of the fucking field spell. Where it has 2 effects, which are both once per turn. The first effect reads, during the main phase, the turn player can excavate cards from the top of their deck up to the number of cards their opponent controls, and if they do, they can add one of them to their hands, then place the rest and one card from their hand on the bottom of the deck in any order. Second effect reads, once per turn during the end phase, if the turn player excavated 9 cards or more with this card's effect this turn, they can activate this effect, shuffle all cards that are on their opponent's field and grave into the deck. Yeah. This is basically going to be the next version of Chicken Game. Because everyone knows that Chicken Game completely destroyed the meta upon the set's release. This might just be that. Just saying. Just saying. The name is funny, but the effects are just outrageously fucking crazy. Like, you cannot deny that this one card could potentially either help shape the meta or help destroy the meta, which is possible, but we'll have to wait and see, because honestly, that card is going to be nasty. That card is going to be nasty. Absolutely nasty. But there is still one more card to talk about for today's video. Excuse me. And the name of the card is known as Freezing Fire. Yeah, you heard me right. Freezing Fire, which is a 3-star fire pyro with 500 attack, 1500 defense, and the second effect is a once per turn. The first effect reads, if either player gains life points, you can special summon this card from your hand. Second effect reads, once per turn, if either player gains life points while this monster is on the field, you can make either player gain 1,000 life points. So if your opponent gains, let's say, 200 life points, you can gain 1,000. So in a way, it's sort of like a really bad version of like, it's like a really bad version of what was it? The Dark Reficule Nurse? Dark Lord Reficule, I think is the I think it's the name? I don't know. It's a really bad but really funny card, because you can make either yourself or your opponent gain 1,000 life points, and if someone gain life points randomly, this card just gets summoned right off the bat. So funny enough, because that it's a fire, Battling Boxer can play this card, and you can use this card plus one of the 3-star Battling Boxers to go into. I would say can you go into Cheat Commissioner? I think you can. I think you can go into Cheat Commissioner. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Because I believe you can. Give me a second. Type in the password. And I'm in. Let's go deck. Battling Boxer. I think you can go into Cheat Commissioner. Yes, you can. Yes. Yeah. Yes, you can actually use this card plus another 3-star monster. Another 3-star monster to go into Cheat Commissioner, which is actually kind of hilarious. Hilarious if you ask me. Absolutely hilarious, you guys. So honestly though, I think Battling Boxer might just end up becoming the new meta, but Then again, it might just not. Only time will tell. But I will say this. I will say this. It is also it's also a pyro, so obviously pyro based decks, like volcanic and I think what Fire Kings maybe somewhere around there. They can also use this card, which is pretty cool. But with that being said, guys, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions, can't even speak, in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.